what's up guys, Benny here, and I am super excited because Apex Legends Season 4 has just dropped, which has brought a whole load of new content for us to enjoy from the new Legend Revenant, who I can already see becoming a lot of players' new main in Apex Legends, to a brand new weapon, the Sentinel, map changes, and a whole load of other updates. So this video is going to be your one-stop to everything that you need to know about Apex Legends Season 4 in detail, so you don't miss out on a single thing, along with a few tips and tricks to help you out with a new Apex Legends season. So of course, one of the most exciting things about Apex Legends Season 4 is the brand new Legend, which I think has had the best build-up to a Legends release to date, and oh boy, he does not disappoint. So first up, before we talk a bit on how best to use Revenant, let's take a look at his abilities. His passive is called Stalker, which allows him to move faster whilst crouching and can also climb walls higher. Now this is one of the strongest passives in the game because you'll be able to sneak up on enemy squads and get that first shot off because they just won't hear you coming, and being able to climb up the sides of buildings higher is just great for attacking squads and having better overall mobility. Then Revenant's tactical ability is Silence, which throws a device that disables enemy abilities for 10 seconds. This is going to be such a great opener in fights. How often do you have a Wraith phase out as soon as you land some shots where you would normally easily pick up the kill? This ability is going to stop that from happening. And then you have Revenant's ultimate ability, which I think is going to make him a must-pick legend, and that's Death Totem, which allows you to summon a totem that protects users from death for a short time, and instead of being killed or downed, you'll instead spawn back at your totem. Now when you spawn back at the totem, you'll spawn with a small fraction of health back, but your shields will stay fully charged. It effectively gives you and your team an extra 100 health each if you've got level 3 shields, so you'll want to use a medkit as quickly as possible when you go back to the totem. This is going to be incredible for opening up a fight, especially at endgame, as if you drop the totem near enough and get the drop on an enemy squad, you're going to be able to open up with a large amount of damage, knowing that you'll be able to be straight back into the fight if they manage to take you down, giving you the edge over anyone. Though don't always drop your totem in the middle of the open, as people will just get into the habit of pre-aiming it, waiting for you to spawn back with not that much health left. It's also worth noting that Revenant does also have the low profile debuff, so does take that 5% more damage, the same as Wraith, Lifeline, and Pathfinder. Though my biggest tip to get the most out of Revenant is to take advantage of that increased crouch speed, as it's going to make you harder to hit as you're a smaller target, and more importantly, cover up your footstep sounds, which is something every pro player takes advantage of in every FPS. They use it like sonar to know exactly where you are, and crouch walking with Revenant in Apex Legends Season 4, I can guarantee will throw them off. Apex Legends Season 4's new gun is the Sentinel Sniper rifle, which is a bolt-action sniper with a twist, as you can use shield batteries by selecting the fire select button to consume the shield battery from your inventory, which makes the Sentinel Sniper enter an energized state. Now, the gun itself will deal 65 damage for a shot to the chest and 130 to the head, and then more to shields with the disruptor rounds when you've used an energy battery to energize it. Now, what this means is that when the Sentinel is energized, it'll fire rounds that deal massive damage to shields, which makes it the perfect opener. When fired in this state, you'll have different VFX trails, and there's also a unique firing sound so you can tell what sort of round someone is firing, which can change how you enter a gunfight if it's being used against you. Now, that energy does decay over time, and every shot you fire depletes it further, so make sure to keep an eye on that and be careful not to burn all your shield batteries too quickly, as you've got to weigh up your damage output along with keeping your shields fully charged. Of course, with Apex Legends Season 4, there has been a whole load of balance changes to the game, as well as including a brand new sniper ammo type. Sniper ammo will come with 10 shots per pickup that can be used on the brand new Sentinel Sniper, the Longbow DMR, Triple Take, and the Charge Rifle, which uses 1 sniper ammo per shot and has a magazine size of 4, as well as a new sniper extended mag, which has also been added. Energy ammo pickups now give you 30 ammo per pickup from 20, as Respawn were a bit concerned that ammo would be a bit scarce, as there's only 2 energy weapons in the game right now, as the triple take has become a sniper. Sadly, the turbocharger hop-up has been removed, which makes me worry about the power of the Havoc for endgame, but we'll see. But for me, one of the most exciting updates with the Apex Legends Season 4 update was the update to iron sight accuracy, which basically means you're going to be a bit more accurate now whilst aiming down sights with iron sights, because the weapon optics weren't staying centered as your gun was moving around a bit. On scopes, they have special tech that keeps it centered whilst your gun bobs up and down and sways, which has now been added to weapons iron sights. A small update, but one that's going to make your gameplay even better. The G7 Scout has also moved from the sniper class to the assault rifle class and will use AR optics and attachments now instead of sniper ones, so barrel stabilizers and stocks, and you won't be able to use sniper scopes anymore. Though sadly, it has received a bit of a nerf, having its rate of fire reduced from 4.5 to 4 rounds per second, and time between double tap shots from 0.425 seconds to 0.475 seconds. And it's also no longer perfectly accurate whilst on a zipline, as it was a bug. I always did wonder how I was able to get so many kills with a G7 Scout whilst on a zipline, but sadly, no longer. There's also some big news, as the L-Star is also no longer a crate weapon. It got slapped in the face by the Devotion, which has replaced it and can now be found around the map. It also uses energy ammo rather than the limited legendary ammo pool like the Mastiff and Kraber and now the Devotion. And because it's no longer a legendary weapon, its damage has been reduced down to 18 and has a slower rate of fire, but on the plus side, has less horizontal view kick when fired. And as I mentioned, the Devotion is now a crate weapon, and Respawn could see from the data that a fully kitted out Devotion, including the turbocharger attachment, was one of the most powerful in the entire game. So when you get the Devotion from a crate, it'll have a magazine size of 54, 162 bullets, and have that turbocharger functionality. Nice. The Havoc got a buff with its recoil being reduced. The R99 had its damage reduced from 12 to 11, but had the magazine size for the first 3 tiers increased. I personally think it's quite a big nerf for the gun. The Prowler then got a damage buff from 14 damage to 15. The Hemlock got an increased single shot rate of fire, and the Wingman had a whole load of magazine size changes. And then finally, the Eva 8 had a buff whilst double tap is equipped by reducing the delay between bursts from 0.85 seconds to 0.8. And with Apex Legends Season 4 also comes with it a bunch of new gold weapons to be found around the map. They will be the Havoc, P2020, Sentinel, Prowler, and the R301. There weren't actually too many changes to Legends with this update, but I'm excited about Bloodhound, whose Beast of the Hunt timer will increase by 5 seconds for every enemy you down whilst in your Beast of the Hunt state, which could allow you to keep it going for quite some time in a big team fight. Then Crypto's EMP no longer destroys friendly Gibraltar dome shields, and sadly, dome shields can no longer stick to Crypto's drone. One of the big changes that you'll have probably noticed in Apex Legends Season 4 is that the World's Edge map has taken a bit of a beating, all for the reason of trying to help reduce third partying, which I think we can all agree has been quite a big problem in Apex Legends on World's Edge. The biggest addition to the map is the Planet Harvester, which you're going to be able to see straight away as soon as you load into a game, and you can see the red beam from pretty much anywhere on the entire map in the sky, which is going to help give you a better sense of direction and understanding of where the center of the map is, which is crucial for when you're rotating in from the circle and something you really need to be taking advantage of. The Planet Harvester itself has multiple levels inside of it and is going to offer different styles of gameplay to other areas of the map, as you'll find the majority of the fights you'll be getting into are going to be pretty self-contained, as you'll fight through the long hallways that lead to the center of the Planet Harvester, which most importantly will allow you to be able to read where other teams may attempt to third party you from. So you'll be able to take down squads a lot easier than when you just randomly get jumped on. Also, I feel like this is going to become every Caustic main's favorite place, just like Bunker was on Kings Canyon. The next major change to World's Edge for Season 4 is that Capital City has been split into 2 and was definitely the drop location that got the most action, but also led to you constantly being third-partied from every direction, which made it pretty difficult to consistently come out on top. So the city has now been split into Fragment East and Fragment West. A large lava fissure has formed between the two areas and only has 2 places for you to cross: the fallen skyscraper and also a zip line, but you can also use Pathfinder's zipline and Octane's jump pad for alternative routes across if you really need to. But unlike other games where if you fall into a big pit of lava, you're guaranteed to be taken out, in Apex Legends Season 4, the hot air from the lava will actually slowly lift you to the other side, but you'll take 25 damage from the intense heat. You'll also be in third person whilst moving very slowly in the updraft, just like you would when you take a balloon, but you're effectively a sitting duck waiting for someone to take you out, so it's a risky move. A new location called the Survey Camp has also been added between the Epicenter and Skyhook, which has a brand new feature for Apex Legends Season 4, weapon racks. Now, what's exciting about weapon racks is there are guaranteed weapons placed on racks in the small buildings of the Survey Camp. Those racks are the same ones you'll have found in the firing range, but what's really exciting about this is that it gives you the opportunity to take away the randomness of dropping in other locations. How many times have you landed somewhere and run around like a crazy person trying to get your hands on any weapon that you can find, but end up getting killed by someone who somehow managed to find gold everything in the first 10 seconds? Well, this means if you want to set yourself up for success and develop a real strategy to how to approach winning a game of Apex Legends in Season 4, this is going to be the perfect place to start. And I can see myself dropping here a lot just to get my hands on that G7 Scout all the time. So, in Apex Legends Season 4, Ranked has also had a bit of a redesign. One of the biggest changes is that the Ranked season will be set across 2 splits, so you'll get 6 weeks of Ranked play before a reset. The first 6 weeks, from Feb 4th to March 23rd, will be based on World's Edge, and then Split 2 from March 24th to May 5th will be on Kings Canyon. So there's 2 chances to earn the Ranked Season 3 rewards, but if you manage to get the same rank in both splits, you'll also earn an exclusive animated badge because, you know, consistency is king. The rank system has also changed a little bit, with there now being a master tier being added, which is between Diamond and Apex Predator. The top 500 players on each platform will be Apex Predators, so a very, very small amount of the player base, which is going to make seeing that Apex Predator dive trail terrifying to see in-game from next season. But that is something to also note. The dive trails are now no longer permanent unlocks. If you got the Diamond or Apex Predator dive trails in the first 2 series of Ranked, you'll be able to keep them, but it will now be given in a seasonal reward model, so you'll only keep it if you maintain that rank each season. So to recap Ranked in Apex Legends Season 4, moving splits per season, 6 weeks of rank play before a reset, adding Master Tier, Apex Predator becomes top 500 players per platform, soft reset and scoring are the same, but soft reset is every split. Dive trails will be moving to a seasonal reward model, but Series 1 and 2 players will keep their trails. And of course, we couldn't forget the Battle Pass. Once again, it'll include over 100 exclusive items, with my favorite being that Tier 100 flatline. I will get it. Also, as Season 4 celebrates the 1-year anniversary of Apex Legends, for the first week of Season 4, if you log in and play, you'll get the Year 1 Origami Flyer Charm, the Year 1 Loyalty Badge, which has 3 different versions depending on where you first played Apex Legends, and also, one of the biggest things if you want to rank up quickly in Apex Legends Season 4, 10k experience for your first match of the day, every day for the first week. So 70,000 extra experience, which you're not going to want to miss out on. So there we have it, all you need to know so far for Apex Legends Season 4. Personally, I am so excited for Apex Legends Season 4, especially to get some solid hands-on time with Revenant. Do make sure to share what you're most looking forward to down in the comments below. Subscribe if you're new for more Apex Legends content. Smash the like button. I'll see you next time.